Ready, Kumo? Friends, we had a very special visitor come today to inspect the Torrance Country Club. And he wanted to show you a couple of things. So he's just walking in the shade here at the Torrance Country Club. Come on, buddy. Let's go. And we're going to go over here to check out some of the more recent warbirds, not like the ones we have in the studio. Check this out. Kumo wants to stay in the shade, as you can see here. There he is. And then there's Aaron in an electric car, otherwise known as my enabler. There's we're getting ready for our happy hour here at the Torrance Country Club, but pre-happy hour, we are going. Oh, well, thank you very much for that excellent compliment. Best car reviewer on YouTube. So, are you guys ready? Apparently, you're ready for checking out some airplanes. We're not going to do cars today because Kumo wanted to show you these things. What do you think, Kumo? What do you think? What do you think, buddy? We're going to go for a walk? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Apparently, he doesn't need to show you these because you obviously know what that is. Yes, you are looking at, well, there's an F-16 back there. There's an F-18. You've got a Falcon over here, but then can anyone tell me, not this, but can anyone tell me what you got right there? See that plane, that very funky looking plane right there? What do you got? Any guesses as to what that is? You should know what that is. I'll give you a hint. Radar can't see it. Nothing? No. There's this one. There's this one. But the one we're talking about is right over there. Now your F is over here. So just a little aside, my father used to work on the radar systems on the F-4 Phantoms that were in the Vietnam era. And this is the later version of that. F-14 in the back, there you go. Check it out. Okay. So you guys probably, I'm going to turn around here because he's got me turned around through his leash. What do you think, buddy? So you want to tell them what this thing is, guys? Kumo, you want to tell him? No? He wants to go back into the shade. So while he's walking back into the shade, I will tell you what all this is. So one of you already picked out the 18, the 16 back there, the Falcon over there. So what you've got is a YF-23, which was a Northrop aircraft. And these are all part of the Museum of Flight, the Western Museum of Flight. So there is a real live aviation museum here at Torrance Airport. This is kind of like the back 40 of it. So when you come, you actually go into a hangar, and they actually have some really cool airplanes that do fly. Notice none of these still fly. You can see how the engines... Hey, can we show them the engines, buddy? What do you think, Kumo? You want to show them the engines, or you want to stay here in the shade? No? Apparently he doesn't want to go into the sun, so we're going to get this close and let him stay in the shade. Because he has a fur coat on, I don't. It's probably about 70, 75 degrees out right now. Anyway, you can see the engines are all kind of mothballed. They pulled the engines out of all these things here. And this is just for display only. And every once in a while, they do open these up and you can kind of crawl around them, under them. You can't obviously sit in them, but they do get in there and show you the planes and give you guided tours. And then there are things that come up that, like we did recently. Remember about 2-3 months ago, I showed you guys the B-17 landing, the B-24, B-25. That was part of this Museum of Flight. What they did is they brought in another museum's livery of serious warbirds that actually do fly, and those go to museums around the country and offer flights like $400 or $500. You can go for a ride in a B-17. Now Kumo, he wasn't keen on that, so we didn't do it that day. He's now checking out a Volkswagen camper. See that? And that's Mickey there. Mickey will teach you how to fly his tail dragger there, which is a very cool plane. Check this out. Kumo's going to show you. Actually, Kumo wants to go in there because that's a nice, cool cement floor. And watch, as soon as he gets on that, he'll probably... No couch. And you can see Mickey's tail dragger back here. What year is this?
1974.
74. So this is just relatively new in these parts. So let's check this out, Kumo.
I'm always working on it.
Ha! So look at how simple this is compared to the sling that I fly. It's like you basically have steam gauges, a couple of knobs, stick, your rudder, and then it's literally a tandem aircraft here. And the point of this is you learn how to fly a tail dragger, which is significantly harder than the tricycle gear that I'm using in the slings or on those Nanchangs.
You look at some of these pictures here. Some of the girls have shot.
Oh, so Mickey has taught a bunch of girls. Look at this.
Yeah, it's one there. Yeah, there's a newspaper in it. Very interesting newspaper.
Oh, beauty contest? Former beauty contestant learns to fly.
Yeah, and this
Mickey, you got it figured out, man. You got your old Volkswagen there. You got a cool plane, and this is how you meet women.
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't even need a Kumo like I need
It's
Kumo.
been called by one of the girls I talked to, the chick magnet.
So what happens when you have a plane like that and Kumo? That's got to be like a triple chick magnet, right, Kumo? That's what he says.
I flown.
Okay, why don't we get this out? There you go. So check out Mickey's plane here. It's pretty cool. Mickey, we're going to show him the Cardinal now.
Okay.
Okay, see you, Mickey.
Okay, thank you, Mickey.
Okay, so now we're going to walk up to the Hangar Happy Hour, which happens most Fridays, not every Friday. And this is at my Enabler's hangar, and you probably will recognize this hangar because this is where we shot. And of course, Kumo's checking out the British cars. He likes his fancy British cars, but it's not just fancy British cars here, it's also cool British cars. Well, sort of British. Here's a hybrid. This is a Sunbeam Tiger. This one's in incredibly good shape. Kumo, what do you think? You like this one? Check that out. I mean, you don't see Sunbeam Tigers this nice. There's a reason why you don't see them normally this nice, because this one is actually owned by Haggerty. It is not insured by Haggerty. Well, it is insured by Haggerty, but it's also owned by McKeel. So this is his car. And look at the detail of the interior of this thing. God, that's really, I mean, you can see, when you see them in this nice of a shape, you see what the designers were going for. And then this is a Cardinal. So this is a replacement to the Cessna 172. It's a longer airframe, it's more comfortable, has much bigger doors, more comfortable to fly. This one is a 180 horsepower 4-cylinder engine, so it cruises like 140 to 160 knots. It'll go places. There's my enabler there, Aaron. It's all his fault that I'm flying. So he's cost me a crap ton of money. And then behind that, you can see a 67 Elan. A couple months back, we did a top-end job on the engine there. And then underneath that is an E-Type convertible, 67 E-Type convertible. Come on, Kumo. Uh-oh, apparently Aaron's got some food in there. And then that is the Hangar Happy Hour. This is what happens. Basically, people turn up with their cars and they get food and wine, and there's Tina. Say hello, Tina. No cursing this time, Tina. And then back there you can see Aaron and I have the mentality of a 3-year-old. Basically, he and I both have a large collection of 1/18 scale cars. He also has planes. I'm jealous of him because he's got the official Auto Art cases over there. Actually, come on, Kumo. Come on, Kumo. You can check out the Cardinal again here. And there's Kumo checking out the Cardinal. And then we got some motorcycles here at the Torrance Country Club. Check that out. Yes, that is indeed Aaron Robinson, a former car and driver, now Haggerty Classic Car Magazine. And also known as my enabler, because I started flying way back in the day when I was living in New York and then moved overseas to England and stopped, but said I'd always get back to it. And then he told me one day that he got his license. I'm like, damn it, I want my license. And sure enough, here I am. Very close to getting my license. I don't know if you guys saw on Instagram, but I soloed earlier this week. And there is a beautiful E-Type. Love that color. Covered headlights. What do you think, Kumo? You like it? Apparently he does, because he stopped. Okay, he wants to go back into the cool cement. So what that means is we're going to say goodbye to you. We just wanted to come in and do a quick tour. Oh my God, just look at that. I love these early E-Types. So this is not the earliest. This is probably a late 61, 62, and you can tell, see if it was a really, really early 61, you'd have a different mechanism that holds the clamshell hood down. But here you can absolutely tell because it's got the less comfortable but far better looking seats. It's got the toggle switches in it. This is by far, I think, the better setup for an E-Type. I mean, this is design, people. This is when design, one person came up with an idea of how a car should look, and that's why it's so cohesive, this entire car. One of the most prettiest cars on the planet. Would you agree? Apparently I'm getting a dirty look. He wants to go find some of those snacks and lay down on a cool concrete floor. He's apparently not excited about this. Believe it or not, that is Aaron Robinson's. I know you won't believe me, but that really is Aaron Robinson's car. What do you think, Kumo? You want to check out Aaron Robinson's electric car? No? I guess he does. No, you cannot piss on it. Okay, so before he pees on it, let's go back inside. And we're going to say goodbye to you guys. You want to say goodbye to everybody? Everybody, do you guys want to ask him anything before he says goodbye? What do you think, Kumo? Okay. He's going to chill in front of the Cardinal. We're going to say goodbye because this is a perfect parting shot. Kumo signing off from the Hangar Happy Hour at Torrance Country Club on June 29th, 2018. Join us tomorrow for the full first drive review of the 2019 BMW X4. That is not going to go live at our usual time of 4 a.m. Pacific. It's going to go live at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. East Coast, because there is a global embargo which comes up at 12:01 a.m. Munich time, so CET, so we have to abide by that global embargo. But make sure you come back for our first drive review of the BMW X4. And with that, Kumo is firmly ensconced on his cool cement floor. I'm going to spend some time checking out Nikhil's Sunbeam Tiger and probably tending to this one here. So, until I see you next time, bis später.